and welcome back to the Full Cup Wellness with me, Queen BK. Today I want to share with you some health tips for getting the best restful sleep for your health. So the perfect amount of sleep for adults is 7 to 9 hours each night. Any more than that and your blood gets thicker, which increases your risk of high blood pressure, clots and stroke. And then less than around 7 hours of sleep a night can make your blood thinner, and it also makes the circadian rhythm of your body go out of whack. Now the circadian rhythm is important for regulating normal body cycles each day, and it's about a 24-hour cycle. So if you disrupt that, then your hormones can be imbalanced, and your ability to regulate weight and fatigue and all these things will be out of whack. So some tips you can use is, number one, try to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every day, and that will bring in a good habit of your brain and your organs knowing when to regulate your hunger signals, and that leads to better weight management, and also when to release other hormones, and when to relax and rest. And also the timing of your sleep is important. It's harder for shift workers, much harder, and they do say that they have a decreased life expectancy. Sleep is regulating your sleep and your circadian rhythms is quite important, and getting into a deep restful sleep recharges your brain. Your brain actually is able to detoxify during your long brainwave sleep, I think it's called, and that's the stage of your sleep cycle just before your REM sleep. So you go slowly into a deep sleep after that. Like, there's a few stages of sleep, and then during REM sleep, while you're dreaming, you're actually less deeply asleep. It's easier to wake you if you're dreaming. Moving on, well, not moving on yet. So try to go to bed at the same time every night, and things that can help you get to sleep at the same time every night. After a while it becomes a habit, like it's easier, but at first try regulating your caffeine intake, alcohol, and also nicotine, because these are stimulants that can stop you from going to sleep. They raise your heart rate, and your body signals that it's ready to sleep when your heart rate drops and your body temperature drops a little bit. So that's why you can't sleep really easily on a warm night. So make sure your bed is comfortable and cool and dark also, because melatonin is a hormone that is released from the pineal gland in your brain after a certain amount of nighttime. Like in the evening time it starts getting released, which signals your body to be sleepy. That's why some people take melatonin supplements to help boost the melatonin levels, but blue light will stop your melatonin production, or suppress it a little bit, I guess. So I like to put a blue light filter on my phone. It goes on at 9 p.m. and turns off at 6 a.m. so that I'm not disrupting the blue light coming into my eyes. So blue light is actually like some part of sunlight, so that's what signals your brain to be awake. Less melatonin signals the brain to wake up, or the body to wake up. So these are all hormones that help control us and regulate us to be healthy, and I want to say equilibriumed. That's not a word, but you kind of get what I mean. Another tip is exercise. So I was just outside, rugged up a bit because winter here in Sydney, and I'm a wuss when it comes to the cold, but I went for a brisk walk outside. Exercise during the day is really helpful for you getting to sleep in the evening. You can, if you're more of a night owl person and you prefer to work out in the evening, you can, but just make sure you don't work out too close to bedtime, because that can make you feel like you're too awake to sleep. Your heart rate's up and you're warm and you're energized and ready to go. So give yourself a cool down before bedtime. Just like, you know, switch off your blue light emitting screens before bedtime. But if you can't, like on your phone or your laptop or computer, but if you can't, then there are also some blue light filter glasses you can buy online, or you can just limit your screen time before bed. But how realistic is that, really? Although if you do think about what screen activities you do before bed, some will wake you up more than others. So they say that posting on social media and playing video games can wake you up before bedtime, whereas something more passive like watching TV can make you drift off. The next tip is one that people find hard to keep as a habit, but find time to let go of your worries or process your worries before you go to close your eyes and lay down and try to rest, because that can be the time when our brain just goes overdrive, worrying about the future and the past. So you can learn to be mindful. You can find a few hours of quiet if you can before bedtime to think about all those things you were going to think about while you're trying to sleep, or write it down is a really good idea. Just get it out, like a private journal, lock it up if you want, and hide it under your mattress or something, and write down all your worries, or just a scrap piece of paper. Write down those things that were worrying you and let them go. It can be a therapeutic process if you want. Let them go out with your out breath as well if you want. Breathing exercises will also calm your heart rate before bed. So, like, you just have to, because when I sit in bed and worry about things, or like get worked up about something that happened during the day that made me upset, I feel my heart rate going up and I can't sleep, and I feel myself flushing and getting too warm, and then of course I can't sleep. So you kind of just have to like let it go, which is easier said than done, but you can like actually let it go. You can like have a physical letting go process, like writing it down, throwing it in the bin, ripping it up, whatever, or letting it go through your out breath. Oh, that's a good tip. The next one, keep a sleep diary, a sleep journal, that you can note down if you've, like, what time you've had caffeine, what time you fell asleep or going to sleep, going to bed, what time you woke up. You can even note down your dreams. Fun tip I found out, if you want to learn how to remember your dreams, just start writing them down. Even if all you remember is like a color or a feeling, start writing them down, and then progressively you'll start remembering your dreams more and more. It's crazy. I tried it and it works. Like, I didn't think it would work. It doesn't sound like it would work, but it totally worked. That's how you work up to become a lucid dreamer, but that's a different story. I'm not talking about that today. Okay. Yeah, so in your sleep diary, you can note down caffeine intake, or exercise you've done, any diet things. Like if you wanted to note down that you had that whole pack of Skittles, then fine. Do it. Whatever helps. And then you can be more aware. So this is a process of knowing yourself better. The more you know, knowledge is power. So you can use that power to help you become more healthy overall. So the sleep, better restful sleep will lead to overall health. and also Future Health, they found out recently that those proteins in the brain that detoxify during sleep, when they build up too much, that's what causes Alzheimer's and dementia. So apparently, deep, restful sleep and getting rid of those toxins is crucial for staving off Alzheimer's and dementia. Hot tip. Science news. And yeah, deep, restful sleep. That's the most important. So if you're not able to get a full 8 hours sleep, then make sure the bit of sleep that you do get is of high quality, restful sleep, not just that nap kind of, that not nap, like the early stages of sleep, the short brain wavelength of sleep, I guess. I don't know the science words for that, but you kind of get what I mean. So I found out that people with sleep apnea and people who snore stay in that short wavelength sleep because they keep waking themselves up. They're not able to get into that deep, restful stage of sleep. So look into different possibilities as to why you're maybe feeling so fatigued, even if you're having like full 8-9 hours sleep and you might still feel sleepy. You can look into a potential sleep disorder such as sleep apnea, and there are also some thyroid problems that can cause insomnia. So hypothyroidism will cause an imbalance, or a hypothyroidism is not enough hormone, and hyperthyroidism, it produces too much hormone. So there will be an imbalance, and too much or not enough of a good thing is bad. We want it all in moderation. Your body needs to modulate it. So you can ask your doctor if you're not feeling right. Trust your body and talk to your doctor and ask them what tests can be done to figure out the source of your fatigue and sleepiness. All right, I hope this has helped some people. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you joining me. Subscribe and visit my website, www.thefullcupwellness.com, for more from me, Queen BK. Thank you so much. Bye.